Mayur's central question is this only. Did Hemant Soren, as Chief Minister, as Mining Minister, assign himself a lease? I mean, you ask an ordinary person, he will say there is a conflict of interest here. Simple concept.
Let the competent authorities decide there will be conflict of interest or
Aapko
not.
nahi lagta?
Let the election commission order come. You know, there are 2-3 points. The BJP spokesperson has made it very clear as to what their intention is. They are saying midterm polls. Even after the disqualification of Hemant Soren, the alliance has 51 MLAs. What is the basis of them saying there will be midterm polls? Are they engaging in horse trading? Are they openly admitting on a national channel that they are engaging in horse trading? And the basis, and this is precisely the basis of why they are able to say that there will be midterm polls.
But your government is so strong. You just mentioned to me that you have 50 plus MLAs and brute majority. Why are you worried?
Exactly. No, that's exactly what is the whole, you know, the whole objective of Bharatiya Janata Party here is the fact that they are unable to digest the fact that not only this government came to power with a thumping majority, but the fact that in the 5 years of Raghubar Das as Chief Minister, there were 6 by-elections in the state, of which BJP lost 5.
That's a political argument, but Mayur, I keep asking you the same thing. Does it sound right that as a Chief Minister and as the Mining Minister, you assigned yourself a mine?
Who is denying an investigation here? Let there be a judicial
But
probe into this. Has the Chief Minister denied that?
investigation पे सवाल उठा देते हो. अभी आप इसी पे कर रहे हो. कल आप जज पे करोगे.
Because the fact is that the Supreme Court observations in this matter have not been taken into consideration. There is a Supreme Court observation which I can send to you where it is said that the very fact that this land was not acquired by Hemant Soren after he came into public life actually puts this whole matter, makes this whole matter a matter of discussion.
Yeah, so it's a matter of discussion. The EC thought about it. It applied its mind. It's not like the Supreme Court gave him a clean check.
Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. This is for investigating agencies to probe.
All right. So you will not go by what the EC says. Okay, 2 of my panelists have not spoken. Let me go across to Mr. Dubey, who's a lawyer himself. Mr. Dubey, some facts of law are being challenged here. What do you say? As per Office of Profit, clauses and also People's Representative Act, where does Hemant Soren's case fall? Is he in the wrong?
Thank you, Shivani. The reference on which the Election Commission has submitted its recommendation is clearly that whether the Jharkhand Chief Minister held an office of profit or granting mining lease to himself in 2021. Now, what is office of profit, Shivani? Let me categorically state. There should be an office. The office is one of the profit and the office is under the central or the state government. Whether the government is the appointing authority, the answer is yes. Whether the government has the power to terminate the appointment, here also, yes. Whether the government determines the remuneration, yes. What is the source of remuneration? That the lease and the mining and power that comes with the position. That's Chief Minister has issued mining lease. So the person shall not be deemed to hold an office of profit under the government of India or in the state by only that he is a minister. The question is whether a contract has to be made for supply of goods or the execution of any work undertaken by the government. Admittedly, here is a mining lease existing in favor of the Honorable Chief Minister.
Who's also the mining minister.
And also the mining minister. And the Supreme Court in Divya Prakash versus Kultar Chand Rana and another has categorically held that if by virtue of your act, by holding a constitutional position, you involve yourself in the pecuniary benefits, then office of profit will come into the... It's a settled law. Article 1021, Article 191.
So this point that Mayur is raising, that if he had already been in this business before public life, then it becomes a matter of debate and discussion. What do you think?
You see, this question has to be answered by the Election Commission, that what constitutes that he has been disqualified by the virtue of the violating the Representation of People Act. The Election Commission is the sole authority. Even the courts also do not enter into the domain of the constitutional authority.
I was coming to exactly that. The Election Commission decision is final and binding, right? As long as it hears all sides. Am I right?
Do you know that?
Yes, you are very right. And subject to judicial review, provided
of course.
What we have seen in the Aam Aadmi Party's case, what 22 MLAs, in office of profit case,
yes.
Ultimately court sent that matter for the cross-examination, and by the time remainder period is over. So we should not equate this case with that case. Ultimately, there is a judgment. Judgment says it's a person having a constitutional authority involved himself in a pecuniary jurisdiction, then he will
well,
be
in this case, by plain sight and logic, it does look bad. Propriety also comes in. It's not just a matter of law.